Hey Magic fans, Jake Valentine here with Top Deck Productions, taking a look at Azorius Aggro. This was a very popular deck during Ravnica Legion Standard, and they got a couple upgrades from War of the Spark, so be on the lookout for it if you're playing competitively in any method this upcoming weekend. First and foremost, Gideon Blackblade, the 3-mana Planeswalker, is a very strong addition to the deck. A lot of people hypothesizing if it's even going into the deck, period. But I feel like the upside is just too strong to ignore. It's a 4/4 indestructible creature on your turn, when you're attacking for 4 without any regard for your opponent's board state, and you get to buff any one of your creatures too with Vigilance, Lifelink, or Indestructible. Plus, that -6 is really good to get rid of problematic permanents. Speaking of problematic permanents, Law Rune Enforcer is a way to get through board stalls and ignore your opponent's powerful threats by simply tapping them. But in sideboard, Dovin's Veto is a very powerful card that lets you immediately answer any type of removal or worse, board wipe from your opponent by just saying, no, I'm going to counter it, and there's nothing you can do about it. Being able to sustain your board presence with Dovin's Veto is very strong, with an expected strong presence from both Nexus decks as well as the control decks, whether it's Grixis or Esper. So with that being said, we're going to play a couple games in ladder and see how it does. Alright, game one with Azorius Aggro. I am on the draw, and I got one land, so I can play some stuff. 2 more lands would be perfect, but this is actually, I feel like, keepable, because I can play these cards. A little awkward having 2 Law Rune Enforcers and only 1 land, but we'll see how it goes. Opponent on 6, they're going to stride to the bottom, and they're playing a Breeding Pool. Probably Simic Nexus. I can't talk. And that Hinterland Harbor, I feel like, confirms it. So we're in for an uphill battle here. But it's important. I wanted to piss out this matchup. I'm expecting Nexus to be out in full force. TMEO is such an important card. Well, they're going to play a Steam Vent, so shows what I know. We're going to get in there for 1, and we're going to play another Sky Marcher and a Hunter Bliss. Just keep on adding to the board state. They're going to miss a land drop. So we're going to get in there again, attack for 5, and we're going to keep adding to the board state. See if they want to enter the Stumpark Century. I can't imagine they do. I don't know why this... I mean, ideally it becomes a 3/3 in short time, but I don't know why they're in the tank about this. They're going to counter it, I guess. Okay. Interesting. Pitching a Canvasser's Insight. That's called value, but it means they need to dig for a land still. Let's see if they got there. They did. And there's Reclamation. So I have the ability to try to bait out another counterspell with Gideon. Or I think I want to do that, because I can still convoke in the Competent Tribunal for the Reclamation. Yep, and they're going to counter it. A little odd using Gideon as a bait spell. But now here's Tribunal. And away goes the Reclamation. Okay. So I got 4, 7, 8 permanents in play. Not that a flying really matters in this matchup. pull it all out there. Let's ascend. Turns out them countering that Snapboard Sentry was pretty important. Let's get in there for attacks. Put it at 5. Show lethal for next turn. Even if they play a Crisis, I can still tap it down. But they're going to draw 2. Importantly, this is not the one they had in their graveyard. Crisis would gain them 1 life to 6, 2, 4, and I have lethal. I'm going to hold this vanilla history back. So I would like this to resolve. We're just going to try to kill them what we have on board, because we have lethal on board. Let's see if they root snare or something. There's a shock, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's still lethal. And then a copy. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Here's a history. And a passing on the turn. Okay. What do they got? A concession. Alright. So they have no idea that I am Azorius, which is very good for me. So bring the counter magic. A little awkward. Cuts the hard part here. I think it's 2 Gideons and the Tribunals. Not sure about that. I think on the play, I cut all the Tribunals. I imagine, you know, Long Room Force is not the best in this matchup, but it's a creature. I think I'd rather have a 1-drop, especially on the draw. I'd rather have that 1-drop over Gideon. Just to put up my board state, and the ability to convoke a Venerated Lockstone, make it a 2/3 to get it out of shock range could be really important. Good to go for game 2. I'll be on the draw. Let's see what my opponent has up their sleeve. Well, they showed Vraska, and now the Defer. So there's that. So I have the Glacial Fortress, but I have a lot of expensive stuff. I can't keep that. This has 0 lands. Gotta keep this. And bottom that. Not where I want to be ideally, but we'll try to make do. Not feeling good about this game, though. Having to mull a 5 and only have 1 land, and a 3-drop, 4-drop, and a blue spell is not where you want to be. Did draw lane number 2, though. I think if I have Hello Fountain over Glacial Fortress in my first 7, I keep it. Don't quote me on that, though. Shock gonna take care of the Lava Reinforcer. So we have a very large uphill battle already. Another planes will be fantastic. Okay. Get the result, Benellis Marshall. And I can Tribunal something if need be. Currently, they cannot cast Sinister Sabotage. Technically, still can't currently. City's gonna Lava Coil away, my lord. I'm just gonna draw that one, I guess. This feels like a Reclamation turn from my opponent. What can I say? I have an instinct in these things. We're gonna try to Tribunal it. Just hard paying for it, no convoke action. turns back. Okay, so it's going to resolve. We have a chance. They drew another one. If I draw the land, I want to be perfect. Oh, I'm 1,000% shocking. Alright, I don't think I care about a Chemist's Insight. I care about like a Hydroid Crisis. I don't see them doing anything stupid. Like, I am very clearly telegraphing. Shocked? What on earth? Okay. 3, 4. Are they gonna try to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have enough for. They had enough for Nexus with Citizens Avatar's backup, but now they don't. Now it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have the Sample Stroke in hand. So if they float and then try to Nexus, they just die. So they have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Unless I can pay for Spell Pierce. I cannot. Yeah, I can't disable shop this fast enough. I mean, even if they shock my Hunted Witness, they take 3 from Marshall. Alright, we did it! We beat Nexus Menace. My 2 cents is that if I'm playing Nexus, I want to play Simic with Tamiyo. And I want my win condition to be... God, what is that? 2 mana, bounce, amass 1 card. Callous Dismissal. 2 mana, 1 blue. Bounce. Turn, and then permanent, amass 1. That's our win condition, everybody. That is our win condition. In Civic Nexus now. The logic behind it is you can't contempt it. Oh. Keeping this all day, every day. Yeah, logic there is you can't contempt. You can contempt the amass token, obviously, the zombie army, but you can't contempt the actual spell, where you could with Hydra Crisis or something like that. Brian Gottlieb's the one who's championed this logic. Especially in terms of playing that over Commence the Endgame. Just because Commence the Endgame says exile. Whereas with Callous Dismissal, you can keep rebuying it with Tamiyo if need be. No, you don't exile Commence the Endgame. I was sorely mistaken. Yeah, I don't want to attack here. I just want to get all this out. But I get this out and then flip this Legion's Landing. If I attack, the smart play is to 1000% take that trade. Journey to Eternity, oh boy. So when it dies... What? I just don't care about that. So I have 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, they're including trying to set up a reanimator deck. I don't think I care about it. but I do now, because I want to attack for a lot. They approve of my play here. The good old Conclave Tribunal on the Lantern Elf to get in there for 3, 6, 7, 8. This is the power of Azorius Aggro. Especially when they play Lantern Elf into Journey for Eternity. So I have to assume they're running an Explore package. I just have to. And then Deputy of the Tent. No, I don't want Deputy. Smart money play here is I'm gonna have to call the Honor Guard on my deck. I take out Venerated Loxodon. I've seen people not do that, and it always seems so badly when they just pay for a 5 and a 4/4. Not that it's a bad play, but it just more often than not, it feels like it just works out worse than if you just don't have it in your deck. Oh man, I wish I could keep this. I'm gonna ship it. I'm okay keeping this and bottoming that. I had some looks at some lands. I just need one. Just give me one. Just one singular plane source on the top of my deck, please. Alright, Jabberwock, what you got? Not sure if this is the Jabberwock. I want to say the Reed Duke's cousin, Logan Nettles. Very, very skilled Magic Online player. Alright, so we're Sultai. Well, Legion Landing becomes a land. The word land is in the name. That counts, right? Hello? Incubation Joy. Alright, Hunted Witness. No attack. I want to flip this Legion Landing next turn. And you get another flip. They can block and they can adapt the incubation druid, which I imagine they're doing. There's no way they're not, just because the upside I feel like is way too high. Yeah. So now what am I out? Like, I need a Tribunal to deal with the Incubation Druid. They have another elf, sure. Alarm Enforcer would keep it tapped down. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One away. I don't feel like throwing away this other Legion's Landing just yet. There's my honor card. Just gotta keep passing back the turn. I can't. I need a tribute. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Yeah, I added an Argards for the Loxodon, so I still have Conflict Tribunal in the deck. There's another land, so I can start making a bunch of a Dream Eater. You get a flying 4/3. You're not going to surveil. I'm realizing, oh, this doesn't surveil. Thanks, Honor Guard. This Incubation Druid has been really good here. You're a Thunder Racer away, my Liege is landing. Cool. Cool. I mean, I had to imagine that it wasn't anything vitally important if I wasn't playing it. Ah! FIFA Sanity's a problem. No. Thought about it. You thought about it. Yep, you're coming. Sick Grip off the top. Gotta get rid of incubation. I can't get through it. Get in with all these. Not surprised he's gonna block a Hunter Witness over a token, because that gives me a blocker for the Cephas hand. But do what you know. Plan now is just to try to swarm them and hope that things don't get too bad. Nothing really juicy in the bin for them. We are going to... Oh, it's just a life linker. A little awkward. I hope you don't draw anything good, like a Gideon. That would be very unfortunate for me.
Believe in you, friend.
They join Gideon. I drew another Lean Sledger. So, they have two blockers. I can come in there for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's throwing away an Honor Guard. They're going to block the Sentry and the Adanto, and that 4 come through, I imagine. Where are plans? Play this, just get another idiot in the battlefield. Everything but the Honor Guard's gonna come in. We're going to keep the untapped one. I had to double check that. I'm just gonna go to his face and let him decide how to do this. No surprise there. Elf on the Vanguard. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to 1. I'm at 14. Ironically, attacking with the Honor Guard may have not attacking the Honor Guard may have come back to bite me. But of course, if I attack with the Honor Guard, they probably throw Dream Meter in front of the Sunport Sentry. Okay, Thieves Annie is indestructible. Cool, that's fine.
Share in my light.
This puts me to, yeah, sure. No box. I can't think. Look at the 3 from the thief. The only thing that really gets them out of this is a fine finality, and even then, they lose their entire board, including Gideon, who is a creature right now. No, they don't lose Gideon. They give him counters. What have we been? We've been Vanguard thing. I don't think Bitterness Marshall gets it done. Yep, nope, we did it. Outlasted Thief of Sanity Dream Eater and my own Gideon Blackblade being done against me. And we ranked up. Give this one more go. One more go with Azorius Aggro. Two 2-0 with Azorius Aggro so far, beaten Teamer Reclamation and Civic. I'm sorry, Civic. Sultai. Sultai thing. Oh, we keep this 110%. This is a very ideal start. I would love to go turn 3, flip into Gideon Blackblade. Better yet, turn 3, flip. I think we're good to go here. Just making sure that they'll only attack, so it's gonna flip. Throw to history. Keep adding pressure. See what they do here. That's okay. Get up. I was probably wrong to put Gideon. I probably should put the, yeah, that's stupid. I just jumped at the ability to resolve a Gideon. That was, should have played the history. That was the big upside play there. Good job, Kaya. So we gotta be expert control here.
I had guild business to attend to anyway.
Take it up, target that.
Your light will cleave the darkness.
Whatever, indestructible. And they're gonna kill Kaya. And then, even to play the fairy next turn, the fairy is not long for this world. And we have this down to online too. This is one of the matches I really wanted to test, to see how good Dovin's Vila can be at the sideboard. To answer cards like Cry the Carnarium, Kaya's
You know
Wrath.
what? I'm not done yet.
Alright, we're going to try to force their hand a little bit. We're going to give this non-summon second one indestructible. I gave the wrong one indestructible. Worked out anyway. Let's play the Vanguard. Would not be shocked to see Kaya's Wrath here. Couldn't even get it out of my breath color. Those poor histories did not do really much. I'm gonna give it lifelink.
I will lend you my strength.
We're going to go all out for the attack for 7. And ship it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 permanents on the battlefield. I can get a 10. Sky Marcher Aspirant. Again, not important here. They're not going to play creatures, I imagine. Unless it's a hostage taker. That would be unfortunate. Instead, they'll play it's a fairy.
I am not going to sit this one out. You need to take a time out.
I will defend the weak at every opportunity. Prepare for battle.
So I've attacked for 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite lethal. I'll make sure the Vanguard goes at the fairy so I can kill it. But just in case they have a moment of craving.
This is hardly
Just to make sure. Game 1 is ours. Piece of cake. Game 2, Dovin's Veto and Disable Stroke, 1000% coming in. Don't need Law Rune Enforcer. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, if the opponent wants to put me on the play, I'm not going to complain. With a shot. I think I had to keep this just because the upside with the Dovin's Veto and this curve out is too good to ignore. Oh boy. That's some Lux, and they're mulliganing as well. Rewarded. Of course, the Cry of the Carnarium is literal worse. They can't cast it. They can't even cast it, so we're good to go. Mortify is a strong play. Question here is, can I do Loxodon and have Dovin's Veto up? I don't think I can. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I cannot. Just a jam with all this. And pass it back. Now can I do it? 1, 2, 3. I can't. I'm okay with that. I'm going to try Jim Kaya's Wrath, and I'm going to say no. Drop the history, keep the pressure going. Them having it Mortify for the Legion landing's pretty big so far, but I had the answer to the first Wrath. Let's see what the follow-up is going to be. Nothing. This result is pretty important. We're just going to pass it back. There's literally no reason to play anything else now. We're just going to keep the Adanto up and ready to go. And try to ride it to victory. They need a board wipe. And the cell they have settled. Well, did it. 3 games, 3 matches with Azorius Aggro and 3 wins. Thanks for watching, everyone. Friendly reminder that we are live with Magic every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at twitch.tv/TopDeckProductions. Did you like this arena video? Do you want to see more of it, less of it? Any feedback? Let us know. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. That's a Shaper Sanctuary for me.